Cousins gives way to Cook. Oh, good move. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
A first down throw for Cousins.
How do you drop that? How do you drop that?
And it's second down. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks.
Well, this is taken in.
Fuck up, nigga. What's wrong with that dude, bro?
As the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. A give. This is Cook. Cook able to escape, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now.
Trey Wild comes. Let's go Bears.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the...
It's caught in the end zone.
Man, this shit too easy.
Tyler Conklin, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
This ready to be a blowout.
Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And shedding a man at the 40. And he's got room. 30, 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Handoff comes to Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Play fake. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders. And they're rolling. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get it down here to the 43. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds Montgomery complete. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Cousins. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Cousins now. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. Being chased out left. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Cook. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. B.C. Johnson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Off the option, here's Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 34 yards to gain that time, another first down. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. To throw is Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He's got a man complete. He's at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. He'll look to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. They'll drop to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. It got his man complete. The 20. 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. Marquise Goodwin, 83 yards. And the Bears claw one back. Santos with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on second down, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll run with Cook. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they'd get a sweep of the season series.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give. This is Montgomery. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Oh, the man is Kmet, the tight end.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They go play action here on 1st down.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now back to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Bears will get the football back. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.